Welcome to Home Biz Tax Talk. My name is Lysandra Everett. I am the Home Biz Tax Lady, where I help home business owners win the tax game. Home Biz Tax Talk airs Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish. And when you tune into my show, you're going to hear about topics that are important to the home business community. All right. So if you remember, maybe you've never seen any of my videos, but for people that have been following me, I set a big goal to help 1,000 business owners become profitable in 2019. Now, the way that I plan to do that is through tax savings and education and business training and some of these kind of videos. Like, this is really going to be a mindset shift video, because really it all starts up here, in between your two ears. I promise you that. So that's why this video is coming out today. One of the things that I've seen floating around on social media lately is this graphic that talks about things that get passed down through generations. A business, artwork, real estate. Those things can get passed down to to your next generation. But what I also see are people telling you why it can't be done. And so what I want to do today is share with you a list. Can y'all see my scribble list? All these scribble lists? We're going to talk about people who have done it. And, what we tend to do is we tend to focus on all the reasons that we can't. We tend to focus on what we don't have instead of really focusing on what we do have, so that, we can take what we have and make the most of it. Because I promise you, each one of us has a gift to share. We just have to be brave enough and courageous enough to do it continuously. I know, and I have known for a long time, my gift was teaching. The thing that I had to do was find the vehicle to use my natural gift in order to make it work for me. Teaching isn't necessarily the way coolest thing, right? It's not this glitzy glam, be on the stage, and no, it's not that. Because when people think of teaching, it's kind of like, right? But still, you have a gift, and you have to learn how to use it to make it work for you. I mean, I remember when I was in elementary school, you know how they do those conduct marks? My lowest mark was always on running my mouth. Now, maybe instead of people telling me to shut up all the time, they could have said, hey, you can really use your gift of gab and make it work for you, because you can then teach other people things. You can, tell me all the things that I could do with my voice instead of just telling me to be quiet. Right? This is how we start to nurture things in our kids, is teaching them how to take what might be a pain in the butt for you now, but teaching them how to use that to be a gift later. But what I want to talk about, though, is I really want you to understand that there is nothing stopping you from creating wealth for your families except you. Now, do I understand that there are obstacles? Yes. Do I understand there are challenges? Yes. Am I saying that it is easy? No. But yes, it can still be done. So I want to share with you a few people that you might know, some you might not, but I want to share it with you anyway. So number one, have you ever heard of George Hearst? Now, I know people know the name Hearst, right? We know Hearst Media, because if you watch the TV through to the credits and they go through all of that, the last one you're going to see is Hearst Media, because people know William Randolph Hearst, and everybody thinks, oh, William Randolph Hearst, he created the money for the Hearst family, but that was not true. His dad is the one who created wealth for their family, because his dad found silver when he was looking for gold. So his dad instead found silver, and that started the Hearst family wealth. And then William Randolph Hearst took that money, and then he created what is now Hearst Media. So that first generation Hearst dude started their family wealth, and he passed that down from generation to generation. Okay. He started the family wealth. Let's look at Master P, right? If you don't know Master P, he's a rapper. Now, Master P was supposed to be playing in the NBA. He got a scholarship to college, but He had an injury, so there went his NBA dreams, right? That was going to be his way to wealth. However, because he had that injury, he had to go do something else. So what did he do? He went back home, went to community college, took a whole bunch of business classes. Then he got a $10,000 life insurance settlement from his grandfather. So he took that $10,000 and turned it into a $250 million, $300 million empire that he has today. Okay. It wasn't Master P that brought the wealth. He expanded it, but it was an insurance policy that gave him his foundation. Don't overlook life insurance, because even though you might not be able to provide in life, perhaps you can provide in death. And we are all leaving this planet, so don't act like it can't happen to you. The next person I want to talk about is the Kardashians. Everybody loves to hate on these Kardashians, right? Because Kim and Khloe, all of them, they just everywhere, right? Doing their thing. But see, it was their dad that created their money, their wealth. Now, but it wasn't even his dad. His great grandparents came to this country, came to America, and started from nothing. That provided the foundation for him, Dad Kardashian. I don't even know his first name. I did find out that he was the attorney for OJ, though. Had no clue about that. But he was an attorney that turned into a businessman. Okay, even as an attorney, you can't exactly pass on being an attorney to your kids. He became a businessman. And from his business, he created wealth that his daughters and his ex-wife are bossing out today. Okay. So, and 4 generations later, you have the Kardashian empire. Okay. We talking about generational wealth, because see, what happens is we get so caught up and I don't have this and I don't have that. Maybe it's just your job to plant the seed. We get so impatient. If I don't make $100,000 in 6 months, then it's not working. That is untrue. The tree that you plant today, the shade is not for you. It's for those coming after you. The fruit that you bear is not for you to eat. It's for those after you. I'm going to keep going. So for folks that say, oh, I don't have nothing. There was a homeless man in New York who started a business standing in line for $10 an hour, who created a business standing in line. So no, he didn't even have a home, but he created a business standing in line for folks in New York for $10 an hour. Come on, somebody. There is this other company, and I promise you, this is my favorite. Ship Your Enemies Glitter. Okay, this was some kid who created this business, Ship Your Enemies Glitter, where you could order an envelope full of glitter. He mailed it to people. They open it up. Glitter goes all over the place. He was overrun with orders. He couldn't keep up. He sold the business, I want to say it was in 3 months, for $80,000. We talking about an envelope, some glitter, and a stamp. Ship Your Enemies Glitter. Sold that in about 3, I think it was 3 months. It might have been a little bit longer, but whatever, for 80 grand. Glitter, envelopes, and a stamp. Okay. So, so what I'm talking about is you got to find solutions to the problems. See, everybody is going to start from somewhere differently. But you can't wait for somebody to go and spoon feed you the whole way. You got to do something for yourself. I don't care where you are. Because you can sit there and say, oh, well, I didn't have a $10,000 life insurance policy. Okay, but what you got now? Next, Furlough Cheesecake Sisters. These sisters, they were part of the government shutdown. And they said, hey, we need to make some money. What did they do? They started baking these cheesecakes. They shot a video. They wound up on Ellen. They didn't send Ellen a cheesecake. Now their cheesecake's about to be in Walmart. All because that's what they had. They had cheesecakes. They started baking cheesecakes in their kitchen to make money while the government was shut down. That's what they had. Okay. I know some of y'all sisters out, all these ladies, listen, I know some men chefs out here too. But ladies, we are primarily the meal planners. We can cook. Okay, come on, somebody. And you know what? And even still, cooking might not be your thing. But what is your thing? You got this little boy out here making I don't know, hundreds of thousands of dollars on YouTube because he reviews toys. Okay, if you got a darn smartphone and you can shoot a video, you can make some money. Okay, you can sell affiliate products that you don't need money to buy. You just need an affiliate link for people to buy from. There's a lady right now shot 2 videos talking about living out of her van. She got almost 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube in 2 months. Now, am I going to tell you you're going to get 1.5 million subscribers in 2 months? No. But if she never put the videos up there, how's she going to get the subscribers? And when you get the subscribers, they click on stuff and they buy stuff. Okay? Let's look at Denzel Washington. Y'all know Denzel is my boo. Right? Denzel Washington, fantastic actor, right? Now, he was failing out of college, but somebody spoke life into him, and that encouraged him to not quit. He went on audition after audition after audition, and he still continually failed, but he did not quit, right? And look at Denzel Washington as a fantastic actor today. But that's not the story. The story is Chadwick Boseman. Because Chadwick Boseman needed some tuition money, okay? And Denzel Washington happened to be donating money. Guess who paid tuition for Chadwick Boseman? Denzel Washington. So Chadwick Boseman would not be if it were not for Denzel. So who is waiting on you? Who is depending on you to not quit? Who is it? So Denzel Washington, he got some kids and they're all doing great. They're actors and they're in front of the screen, behind the screen or whatever. But he has paid it forward and made it possible for someone else to be great. Okay? I mean, I got a list of them. I lost track of where I am. Okay? But here's my point. My point is that you have to start from somewhere, however small it may be. People like, oh, it's not easy to just buy stock. Oh, yes, it is. When I know I can go on here and there's some Robinhood app on here and there's some other apps out there that you can buy some stock. Yes, you can. It's just you're not going to be able to buy the whole company, but you can buy one stock. And then when you get some money, buy another one. And you read, you study, you learn. There's enough information out here available on YouTube, Google, all that stuff for you to get some information for you to learn and increase your skill set. Like I just cannot allow my folks, the people that watch me and listen to me, to sit here and say what they can't do because of what they don't have. I cannot do it. I cannot allow that to happen on my watch because, see, I shoot these videos because I love you guys. I really genuinely love you guys. My dream is that, I might have a grandchild somewhere that says, Grandma Lysandra started Everett Tax Solutions from her house, and here's this big old empire today, right? You think about Sam Walton. Sam Walton was a manager at JCPenney's. He quit there so he could go in the Army. And when he got out, he got into retail. Now look at Walmart. How many generations has he fed? I don't even know do any of them work? Like, I don't know, right? But the fact is that he had to start somewhere. Like if you're talking about creating generational wealth, then it's not for you. But you want to be able to provide a foundation for your children and your children's children to grow. Because even if my kids grow up and say, Mama, I don't want nothing to do with your tax business. Guess what? When I die, they can sell this business. It's still an asset and they can take the money and do something else. But we have to start somewhere. Please stop despising the humble beginnings. Just don't even do that, right? Like, people look at me and say, oh, you came out of nowhere. No, I was just in the dark for a while and you didn't see me. Now you see me. It's just like when you plant something, the seed is in the ground for how long? Nobody sees the seed. Nobody sees the seed until, all you see is what? The evidence of the seed. You see the little thing sprouting up, and then after a while, you get some flowers or some fruit or something based on what you planted. But if you sit there and focus on what is missing, what people owe you, what was stolen from you, if you stay focused on that, that is exactly what that's where you're gonna stay, because what you focus on expands. If you focus on finding a solution to your issue, then that's what you're gonna get, is a solution to your issue. What was the chef name? What was her name? Oh, she was hilarious and loud and cussed all the time. I cannot think of her name, but she was the chef. She started her home videos, and the first video I saw of hers, I honestly wanted to hurl. But hey, I don't knocking nobody's hustle, okay? But she showed how you can make, you can feed families with ramen noodles. Okay, she's passed away now, but she started that. And that was something that her family can then take and grow. So please stop talking about all the reasons why you are failing, because see, if you look for, when you look for evidence of things, you are going to find it. If you're looking for evidence as to why you can't be successful, then you are going to find it. Start looking for evidence of success. I just gave you a list of folks, right? Start reading those stories. Marie Callender was another story that I just happened to hear this morning. She was working at a diner. The guy was getting ready to go out of business. She needed a job. And so she started baking pies for this diner. And then it got to where she was like, listen, I got to quit because I can't keep dragging all these pies, because she was baking the pies at home. She's like, I can't keep dragging these pies. He's like, how about this? How about you go get this oven, this commercial oven, and then you bake pies at home and I'll buy them from you. And so now you go, Marie Callender's all over the United States. Marie Callender's in the freezer section at your supermarket. Started with one pie. Okay? So stop, please. Look around and see what you have. If you've got to sell something in your house to get money to fund your dreams, sell it. And if you're saying, I don't have a dream, take some time to think, clear your mind, turn off the TV, get off social media, all that stuff to find a dream. Without vision, the people perish. You got to have a vision. But if you sit there and look and talk about, well, I don't have any money, I don't have this, I don't have that, then that's what you're going to get, more of what you don't have. But if you focus on what you have and how to make use out of what you have, then you can create something. You might not see the $1 billion empire in your lifetime, but can you imagine how valuable you will be to your grandchildren or your great grandchildren, where they're sitting there chilling and having wealth through, for everybody rich. Your cousin rich, your first cousin rich, your third cousin once removed rich, all because of something that great grandma did, right? But it's still got to start somewhere, okay? So start where you are, use what you have, do what you can, and boss it all the way out, okay? So I hope that gives you some food for thought, and a little something to chew on. But thank you so much for tuning in to Home Biz Tax Talk. Again, we air Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish, and you can come right here to get your questions answered about your home business taxes. All right, have a great day, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.